Alright, so this is going to be a safety inspection, incap, and LAB. My mirrors are properly adjusted to my liking, and they have no obstructions. My windshield properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked, damaged, or loose. It's not leaking. My windshield wipers are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or loose. My windshield wiper blades have no bumps, cuts, or abrasions, and there's no dry rot. They're pressed up against the glass. I've got a seat belt properly mounted at the top and bottom brackets, and it locks and unlocks properly, as well as the belt having no rips, cuts, frays, tears. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start it up, start building up some air pressure. I do a safe start, catch my ABS light, let the gauges sweep. Start it up, let's start building some air pressure. Now that it's on, I've got a left turn indicator, works properly. A right turn indicator works properly. I've got a bright light indicator, works properly. I've got four-way flasher indicator that works properly. Okay? I've got a windshield wipers that work properly. I bring in, I press this little button and it's got water for the windshield wipers. I got a city horn. I got an air horn. Right? I've got a heater and defroster. Works on the top and bottom on all speeds. Okay. Talk about my gauges. My water temperature is rising. My oil pressure is building. My fuel tank, I've got 3/4 of a tank of fuel and a full tank of DEF. I need a minimum of 1/8 of a tank of DEF. And my primary and secondary air gauges are building to the governor cutoff 120 to 140 PSI. Okay. I'm going to wait for it to purge. Parking brake test. Go ahead and put it into drive. Give it a little tug. Doesn't go anywhere. Put it back into neutral. Okay. Now I'm going to do a service brake test. Push in my service brake, setting me up for the LAB. Right. Go ahead. I put it in drive. Give it some gas. Steering wheel doesn't turn to the left or the right, indicating a steering or suspension problem. Find flat ground again. My parking brakes are pushed in. Now I'm ready to build a second purge. Let it purge again. And then we'll start the LAB. There it is. Okay. Go ahead. I'm going to turn it off. Turn it back to the on position. Catch the ABS light, I let it safe start, my gauges will sweep. I'm gonna go ahead and put my foot on the brake, let the needle stabilize. I'm now gonna set a clock for 60 seconds. I shouldn't lose any more than 3 PSI in 60 seconds. Go ahead and fast forward to 60 seconds. Now I'm gonna do That was my leak test. I didn't lose any more than 3 psi, and I didn't hear any audible leaks. Okay, now we're going to do a low pressure air test for the alarms to come off. That'll be the A in LAB. Okay, I go ahead and I fan the brakes to 55 or above, and my alarm should come on. And they came on at about 60 psi, so 55 or above is good. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and fan my brakes to deplete the air system completely, and my emergency brake should pop out. And this should happen between 20 and 40 psi. Okay, it happens around 40. Okay, that's going to be my LAB in-cabin safety inspection. Mr. Examiner, would you please exit the vehicle and assist me in an external light check? Done deal. That's it.